Bold, luxurious, and relatively attainable. All hail the new Hyundai Palisade, which promises to bring true luxury to the midsize family SUV segment at a very attainable price, with an unbelievably luxurious interior and exterior, cutting-edge tech and ergonomics and reliability that are simply unheard of nowadays. Are you interested? Well, you should be. And we'll show you why as we take a look at how the all-new 2026 Hyundai Palisade blows away the competition. Boldly elegant exterior. The Hyundai Palisade was, up until now, a relatively mediocre vehicle in terms of exterior design. Sure, it wasn't ugly or anything, but it was, frankly, generic. Well, that's not the case anymore because the new Hyundai Palisade comes with an exterior design that can be called everything but generic. First, let's look at the front. Just look at that dominant radiator grille combined with those gorgeous vertical headlights. It truly is a sight to behold, isn't it? All of this is complemented by a large flat hood that's far higher than that of the previous model, making the Palisade look far bigger and boxier at the front. In addition to that, the side of the Palisade is characterized by large 21-inch wheels, complemented by raised roof rails and sharper creases and design touches. This, combined with chunkier wheel arches and squared windows, as well as that metal C-pillar and trim, makes the Palisade look both very luxurious and very bold at the same time. Design-wise, it reminds us of the Range Rover, just, well, a bit louder. Oh, and you might also notice that the Palisade looks bigger now. That's because it is. It has a wider and longer wheelbase that makes it both a bigger presence on the road while improving stability and comfort. The wheelbase has been extended by a whopping 2.75 inches, which translates to a lot of interior space for a three-row SUV. Also, that Range Rover comparison we made earlier is nowhere more present than at the back end, which, in our opinion, represents the best part of the Palisade. Those gorgeous taillights, that tall rear bumper, as well as generally sharp lines and creases make the Palisade easily both recognizable as a true luxury barge, which it definitely is. This is only amplified on the inside though. Incredibly high quality interior. In a day and age of black and dreary interiors, it's quite refreshing to see a car that offers a choice of all kinds of tones. And it's even more refreshing to see a vehicle that looks unique and high quality on the inside. The Palisade is just that. A unique blend of typical luxury, tailor-made for Americans, combined with a good amount of Asian and European common sense. Unlike the exterior, the Palisade's interior isn't a copycat. It's an original design. Well, except for the steering wheel, which admittedly does look like a previous gen Range Rover wheel, but we're not complaining. Anyhow, Hyundai incorporates their premium living space philosophy to the Palisade, offering a well-built interior designed with home furniture in mind, to both keep you comfortable and allow your eyes to rest while looking at this magnificence. In addition to that, the Palisade offers 5 interior color options: solid black, gray two-tone, brown two-tone, navy two-tone, and dark gray two-tone, allowing you to personalize the interior however you want. The twin 12.3-inch setup has been well incorporated, and it allows the driver to have a good view at both the gauge cluster and the infotainment with absolute ease. You'll also get a premium 14-speaker Bose system, as well as Cam 2 Plus, fingerprint authentication, digital key 2, and many other goodies as standard. In addition to that, the leather seats used are of premium quality and offer good bolstering, phenomenally soft padding, and a very comfort-oriented experience. You'll feel like you're sitting in an armchair. Plus, you will also get an increased amount of people you can carry. Instead of 8 passengers, the Palisade can now carry up to 9 people, courtesy of the front row offering a bench seat. That said, you can always opt for the 7-seater version, which offers captain chairs in the front and middle row while coming with a bench for the rear seats. So, luxury and practicality in one package? Ain't that a kick in the head? A cutting-edge powertrain. The new Palisade comes with an all-new hybrid powertrain, which is based on a 2.5-liter Turbo 4 engine. This engine alone produces around 260 HP, as well as 260 pound-per-foot of torque, which allows it to be peppy in its own right. However, the electric motor adds an additional 72 HP and 200 pound-per-foot to the equation, allowing the Palisade to be far springier from 0 to 60, as well as more economical around town. As a result of this, the Palisade has over 620 miles worth of range, making it a very frugal and range-economic vehicle for its size, considering the fact that it has a 19-gallon tank. That equals out to around 33 mpg, better than most of its direct rivals, especially with performance like this. In addition to that, you also get stay mode, which allows you to save all the energy stored in the battery pack, thus giving you enough electric energy to operate the HVAC and infotainment system, as well as other electronics without ever turning the engine on. This 330 HP powertrain is then complemented by a 6-speed auto gearbox, which, while not the best in the business, still beats out a plain old CVT. And if that isn't enough, you can also get proper mechanical AWD as standard. Now, some of you might be disappointed by the fact it's a hybrid, but hey, at least it isn't a boring old mess of a powertrain like, say, the Toyota Crown Signia. Nothing concrete about the non-hybrid has been released yet. However, we believe that it will either come as a 2.5-liter Turbo 4 or that it will be scrapped altogether in favor of the hybrid powertrain. Safety is #1 priority. The Hyundai Palisade will come with the usual ordeal of safety features for a Korean of this size, which is to say, a lot of stuff. First of all, you will be getting automatic high beams as standard, as well as forward collision warning and automated emergency braking. You'll also get lane departure warning and lane keeping assist as standard, with blind spot monitoring being the icing on the top. 360-degree camera system will be an optional extra. However, that's okay, considering the price of the vehicle, but more on that later. What's also important is that the new Palisade will be structurally far more rigid than the previous model, offering even better impact protection from both the sides, the front, and the rear, ensuring a vastly safer experience for all occupants. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, pricing and trim levels. The Palisade's pricing shouldn't be that different to the outgoing model. Prices will start from around $38,000 for the entry-level SE, and it will come with all the essentials, safety features, solid comfort, and everything. However, you won't be getting any real luxury features. Cloth seats will be standard, and the infotainment system will be relatively simplistic. In addition to that, you will be getting smaller alloys, and that gorgeous metal trim on the side will be reserved for higher models. Next up is the SEL, which will set you back around $40,000, and for that kind of money, you'll get a better infotainment screen, heated seats as standard, nicer wheels, and nothing more really. But this is what we'd consider the best value for money option of the entire lineup. Then comes the XRT trim, which will bring in leatherette trimmed seats, 20-inch alloy wheels, a more rugged exterior with some off-road cues, as well as a generally more stress-ready interior and exterior build. However, it will cost around $44,000, which is a lot for a bunch of cosmetics and no real benefits. Wouldn't you agree? This brings us to the penultimate limited trim. This trim will set you back around $50,000, and for that kind of money, you will be getting a lot. Leather trim seats that are heated and ventilated, a leather trim dash, that unique exterior look with metal accents, as well as all the safety features you can imagine. Finally, there's the calligraphy trim, costing around $53,000. And for that kind of money, you get Nappa leather seats that are massaging, apart from being heated and ventilated. You get even more premium materials on the inside, making the Palisade feel like a proper Range Rover rival. On the outside, you get nicer exterior touches, such as fully chromed out trim, including the grille, as well as bespoke 21-inch wheels and many other cosmetics and goodies that are sure to elevate your ownership experience. In our opinion, you should wait and get the Palisade's new version. And out of all of them, we'd argue that both the SEL and the limited trim offer more than enough compared to their more expensive counterparts. Which is why, depending on your budget, we'd recommend either of the two.